Yeah. Twins pod. Israel actually bombed people like while they're giving out aid to people in Gaza and the West Bank.
Yeah, food.
And killed them.
They said it was a mistake, though.
Yeah, it's still a war crime.
If you don't do it intentionally, it's not a war crime.
Well, yeah, I mean, they got
That's got to be some kind of Jewish law right there.
that
was unintentional. That's a work of God.
Yeah, it was, God's chosen, bro. They can do whatever they want. They can bomb hospitals. It says it in the Talmud, I guess, right? It's another law. But it's funny because, like, they did the ceasefire with Iran and, like, okay, the ceasefire is going on now, whatever, but they're still blowing shit up in Gaza. Like, there's still
I just read a headline today. They said the war with Gaza and West Bank, they said that's going to be done within the next 2 weeks.
Yeah,
that's what they said.
I hope so, man. I hope so. I'm sick of talking about all this stuff.
Yeah.
People say they got black fatigue. I got like Jew fatigue. I got Israel fatigue. I got Middle East.
You can say black fatigue, Joe. You can't say what you just said. Yeah. You can say black fatigue. You can't say Jew fatigue.
I got like Middle Eastern fatigue. And like, damn, I look in the mirror every day and see it. God damn.
But you have Semitic ancestry, though.
Yeah, man. I guess I'm a Semite. I know, people just think like Semite means Jew, but
Dude, have you heard what they're trying to do to that dude that's about to win in New York? The mayor? They're trying to unnaturalize his citizenship.
Unnaturalize his citizenship?
Yeah.
I don't even know what the hell that means.
Yeah, trying to take away his citizenship.
Yeah, is that what you call it? Unnaturalized?
You can see what they called it.
Well, I don't like that dude either. He's a crazy radical leftist,
But if that guy was Jewish, they would say that's anti-Semitic.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, that's the only reason I bring it up.
That's actually anti-Semitic what they're saying about him, though.
Exactly.
Because Semitic people is like Arabic, Jewish people from that area. That's a Semitic group of people. Mm-hmm. But that term has been hijacked by the Israel. And you can only use it and apply it to them.
Yeah. Let me find it. And a lot of Republicans, I mean, I don't like the guy's policy. I think he's a douchebag. But to go that far and unnaturalize someone and take away their citizenship after they've already been sworn in, I say that sounds
you know what that's it? You know what
too
that is?
Far right.
That's a grift.
Yeah,
exactly. They're just galvanizing their followers.
Mm-hmm.
That's all they're doing. They're grifting off their followers. Yes, support me. He wants to deport these people who became citizens just because they're Muslim.
Right. And they do love
That's grifting.
100%. And like they do love to throw out the word Muslim all the time, Muslim this, Muslim that, I won't name the people, but they'll tweet out all these Muslims hijacked a plane and blew them up in New York, and now we're gonna have a Muslim mayor. Did you see anything wrong with this?
Right,
it's
that's
like
anti-Semitic.
Don't we know that? Are we so naive that we just forget that 9/11 was an inside job?
Let me point this out. Like that. What was his name? Mahmoud Khalil. Whatever his name?
Yeah.
They tried to deport him. He had a green card, right?
Yeah.
But because he's protesting like the state of Israel, they tried to get him deported.
I know.
Yeah.
Right? And then now Iranians, because we bombed Iran, they're scared of sleeper cells in the country. So they're rounding up a bunch of Iranians, right?
Yeah.
Have you heard any stories of any Jewish people in the country illegally?
That's a really good point, Keith. Actually.
I've never heard. You're not, even if it happens, they're going to make sure they don't put that story out there because they are a protected class. AIPAC has so much power over our government. You're not going to see a bunch of Jewish people deported from our country. You'll see a bunch of Muslims deported from the country.
A bunch of Mexicans deported from
Mexicans. You will not see Jewish people deported from this country. And you can't tell me that there's no Jewish people in this country illegally. Maybe they just get a special
overstay their visa and stuff like that.
Well, I'm thinking they treat them differently.
They get a little special patch on their arm,
people.
Right?
That's God's chosen people.
Yeah.
They can break the law.
Yeah, that's God's chosen people. Yo.
No, it's not called, when I was talking about that guy, Zoran, how you say Mamdina?
Dude, I don't know how to say that dude's name.
Yeah, that name is horrible. But anyway, they refer to it as denaturalization, not unnaturalization. It's denaturalization. But that is crazy. They said, let me read this real quick. It says, breaking Representative Andy Ogles, I think, as it calls for denaturalization and deportation of NYC mayoral frontrunner Zoran, whatever his name, Tennessee Rep Andy Ogles is urging Attorney General Pam Bondi to begin denaturalization. That is nuts. Denaturalization procedures against that guy, the socialist frontrunner in New York City's memorial race, and deport him if warranted. That's nuts.
I could see if he's like a murderer or something like that. But
Yeah.
once you give somebody citizenship, can he take it away, Joe?
And not only that,
I'm not familiar with that.
deport somebody because you don't agree with their opinions. That's crazy.
Dude, when people are in the government and then they have power to, they can impose on people, they'll make anything, legal.
Right.
Literally.
Right,
They tried to legally shove a vaccine in all of our arms.
Yeah.
They'll do anything. And then they'll do it's called color of law. So they'll make it look like it's the law.
But it's not.
But most people don't even know their rights. So they'll just sit there and be like, okay, I guess because the authority is telling me so, then I have to obey. And then you're an anti. That's what we're dealing. You mentioned Mahmoud Khalil. Like that's the kind of example that they're trying to set for the rest of the people of America.
Yeah,
that you cannot criticize Israel. Because then they try to attach Israel and America so hard. Like if you ever see the rhetoric with Netanyahu, if you ever see the rhetoric with Trump together and all these other like Israel firsters, Zionists in the cabinet, they'll always mention Israel and America as one and the same. They try to beat it into people's heads like we're one and the same in this. The greatest ally. We're attached at the hip. No one is gonna quell the Middle East.
They are definitely attached to our hip.
Yeah. But that country compared to
like a barnacle.
It's like night and day.
Hey, y'all already know about our Cummins Turbo Diesel giveaway, right? Check out the new giveaway. Yeah, King Ranch 250, 6.7 liter Power Stroke Turbo Diesel. Yeah. They call this color on here the Star White, but what it really is, that's that white supremacy white. Look at it. It's white, but it's got the sparkles in it. Yeah. Like God touched it. And look what else it comes with. This is like 2-in-1. Yeah. If you got a meth lab, this is perfect. Get some Breaking Bad going. It's got solar capabilities, which means you can go off the grid. Yeah, perfect for a serial killer. White truck, white camper, it's a white man's dream. Yeah. Go to officialhodgetwins.com. Anything you buy on the site gets you automatically in and win. But we're giving you 10 times the interest. Yeah. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited. See official rules for details. Yeah.